Hello friends, I want to share with you the second main reason why I absolutely love essential oil products and Young Living. I shared with you about my struggle for over a decade and how I've been able to naturally support that and overcome that, which is awesome. The other main reason actually was a recent development. Earlier in this year, actually just a few days into 2018, I had the onset of what looks like severe food allergies. And they went from just peanuts to all nuts to nuts and gluten and dairy, and then a bunch of fruits and vegetables, all stuff I've eaten my whole life. I've never experienced a food allergy in my entire life. And actually, when I went to see the allergist, he said all my tests came back negative and I'm not allergic to anything, to just pop an antihistamine every day and go about life. That was his advice. My symptoms were anywhere from severe itching and burning in my eyes, and my face, and my arms, to hives and swelling and my throat closing and my face numbing. So there was a whole range of everything in between, the most severe being the nuts. And it just became worse and worse as time went on. So this started a few days into the year. I didn't actually overcome it until June. So, or like late May, early June. So one of the things that happened after the allergist said I'm not allergic to anything, which makes sense because I didn't really understand how you could suddenly become allergic to that many things all at once. Then started doing a tremendous amount of research. He was already researching Young Living and essential oils, because this was also right around the time that we decided to jump in and get our kit, and he wanted to just thoroughly understand oil quality, why Young Living, is this a bunch of hoopla, all of that. And so he was a super skeptic, and so he got to the point where he's like, okay, I'm on board with this. I can understand why this works and why Young Living. And so we ordered our kit, and we had just started using them for not too long, and then we were trying to figure out, okay, the doctors did a blood panel, they said everything's healthy, they don't know why my body's reacting this way. Basically I was told, take antihistamine every day, avoid those foods, and keep a food journal. That was the medical advice I was given. I was not satisfied with that. I did not want to pump my body full of antihistamine every day for the rest of my life. I did not want to stay away from foods that I love when I'm not even allergic to them. I wanted to know what was wrong, and I wanted to overcome it. So my sweet husband started to do a tremendous amount of research, and where he landed, he was looking into mast cell, he was looking into autoimmune disease, he was looking into digestive enzymes, into I think it's DOA, and it's a histamine enzyme. We were looking into histamine intolerance, all these different things, and where he settled was that I needed digestive support and liver support, that for my body, I had one for over a decade, as I said in the last video, pumped my body full of caffeine and ibuprofen because of severe chronic headaches. And then two, since we had opened the bakery, so for over a year that we were running the bakery, I basically lived off of caffeine, ibuprofen, and sweets, which a diet like that can severely alter balance in your body. And for me, I think my liver was already so taxed that that was like the final straw. And so he wholeheartedly believed, he's like, Amber, I think that your liver needs some support and your digestive system needs some support. I've been doing some reading, and I want you to get these 4 supplements through Young Living. And I was kind of like, 4? Like, that's kind of a lot of money. And he's like, well, you can invest in this and try it and see if it helps. And if it doesn't, then we move on to whatever plan B is. He said, or you can just endure what you're going through. So I placed my first Essential Rewards order. This was actually the order that got me the M-Green for free. And I got 4 supplements. I got a probiotic called Life 9 that I absolutely love because it totally supports my digestion in a way that I've needed my whole life. But I'll talk about that in another video. I got Juvatone For liver support, I got Essential Zyme 4 for supporting my digestion. I think it's also liver support, but mostly digestion and how your body breaks down like the carbohydrates and the proteins and absorbs the nutrients and processes everything. And then I got Allerzyme, which obviously by the name is specifically to support bodies that are struggling with rejecting certain elements, whether they're food elements or like airborne elements, things like that. So I got on those 4 supplements, and 2 weeks in, I kid you not, I was eating everything. I gradually tested it from the things that gave me the mildest reaction all the way up to a payday bar, which if you don't know, it's like caramel and peanuts. And I was totally fine. 2 weeks. Actually, I think it was 13 days. And I mean, when I ate the payday bar, I had, like, I knew where the EpiPen was. We had liquid antihistamine ready to go. And I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, because inside of me, I'm like, this can't be real. Like, it cannot have helped me in that little bit amount of time. I was expecting, a month, 2 months, maybe. If it didn't work in 60 days, I was just going to throw my hands up. And here we're 2 weeks in. And I had some dairy and wheats a few times, because that would give me the least amount of reaction, like it wasn't a dangerous reaction. So I would kind of dabble with that a little bit if I really wanted to have some. And I did, and I didn't have any reaction. So I was like, that's interesting. So then I had some of the fruits, and I was fine. And then I had some of the other nuts, and I was fine. And then I was like, okay, peanuts. This is the scary one. This is the one that shut my throat down. And I tried it, and I was totally fine. And to this day, I can eat whatever I'd like. I am still on the supplements. I'm a little leery to get off of them. I think I'm going to start eliminating one at a time. I know I definitely need my Allerzyme, and I love the probiotic. I might only do the liver support like on a periodic basis. I'm not sure that I still need that support to maintain the balance that I have, but you guys, what I was experiencing was crazy, and the doctors didn't know what to do about it, and all it was an imbalance in my system. I just needed some liver love and some digestive love, and that was it. When I started loving on those areas of my body and supporting them naturally, everything went back to the way that it should be. And that's amazing. That's huge. I could have just done what the doctor said and lived my life on Zyrtec and avoiding foods that I love and having to eat a special diet. And I don't mean to be insensitive. If any of you have, food allergies or food sensitivities, I totally understand. We had to completely alter the way our family did food, and it was hard. It's hard. We have recipes for gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, nut-free. I fully sympathize with that for those months that, 6 months that I couldn't eat any of that, but I don't actually have to. And for me, it's like I was just told basically to just accept what was going on as normal and okay. And it wasn't normal, and it wasn't okay. And my body really needed some support. And naturally, through these supplements, I was able to get the support that I needed. So for me, yeah, I want to tell everyone, I believe that our bodies are designed to function wonderfully, and they're designed to function in a way that we can take in good, healthy, natural things. If we're eating processed food every day, that's going to take a toll. I'm not saying we should just eat whatever we want, regardless of how much sugar or how much fat or whatever. But these were wholesome things that I was no longer able to eat, and now I can, all because I was able to naturally support my body. So I absolutely love it. I've just continued to be blown away by all the different areas that I'm learning to support my body and how good I feel. I went from severe head discomfort and food reactions to feeling wonderful basically every day, and that's pretty amazing. And that's a big part of why I'm so passionate about sharing with people and wanting to help people just overcome feeling like poo. Like, that's not normal, and we shouldn't have to accept that. There are certain things that, yes, will alter the way that we live, but there's so many things that we deal with on an everyday basis that we don't actually have to endure, we can overcome. And so anytime that there is a natural support for something like that, I want to help people overcome it. I want them to find that natural support and to benefit from it and be blessed by it. And there's so many wonderful options out there. So if you have any questions, please ask me. If I don't know personally, I will either point you to someone who does, or I'll point you in the direction of a resource where you can do some more research specifically for you, and would love to help you in that journey to just find the support that you need. So that is the second main reason why I absolutely love essential oils, essential oil products, and Young Living, and everything that they have to offer. So I hope that that was encouraging to you, or educational for you. And until next time, have a sweet day. Bye.